Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do the unboxing and a review of the Jabra Evolve 2 85. I have a summary of all the functions on the headset. Yeah. Who reads the manual anyway? But let's give it a go. It's just one of the collections in several different languages, not useful at all. The carrying case is really nice. It's a hard case, good for traveling, and it looks pretty cool. So it comes with a travel adapter, like to connect an airplane and connect your headphone using a 3.5mm cable, standard cable, and a USB-A to USB-C cable, but it doesn't come with a charger, so it assumes that you're going to be using your phone charger or computer to charge it, and a normal 3.5mm jack plug. Yeah, some silica gel. And the headphone itself. It's quite lightweight. Oops. Camera locked down a bit. Back to normal. Yep. So the ear cups are quite wide. They're meant to stay around your ear, not over your ear. It has a quite soft headband and it's quite flexible as well. These are like the charging ports if you have a docking station for it. I don't think it's necessary. You can use a red USB-C to charge. Everyone has a USB-C cable and charger these days. So let's remove all this wrapping. This is the microphone boom. There's a mute button on it as well. This is the A and C, active noise cancellation button, power button, jack plug. On the right side we have volume up and down and pause. So let's remove the mic boom. You need to pull it out and then twist it. The cushions are very, very soft. As you can see, when you pull the boom mic up, you need to twist it to put it back in place. Not really a biggie. Let's now measure the ear cups. So it is about 70mm wide in total and about 95mm tall. And the headband, it's about 15 centimeters, but it can be expanded. You know, it's very flexible and not hard at all. It's not like too tight. The mic boom, it's about 80 centimeters long from the base of the headphones. Just put it back in place. Oh, I nearly forgot the USB-C Bluetooth receptor to plug into the computer. It's suggested to use this one as it uses its proprietary Bluetooth protocol to communicate with the headphone. I'm going to demonstrate plugging into a USB-C charger. The only thing that happens is the green light keeps flashing when it's charging. It has a battery life of 37 hours. I'm going to show you how it looks in my head. And the microphone boom, which you can pull from up here, finger, and then you need to turn. So it is close to your mouth, not as close as some other headsets that I've tested. And when you pull it up, you need to turn it. So you push it up, and then I've seen some people complaining that it doesn't work that well. I don't see it really being a problem. You can just push it. As you push, it just goes in. And you can see that it sits it's still fairly close to your mouth, so it's going to capture the audio as close as possible to your mouth. Only problem that I see with this here is that you can't switch sides. You can't just wear it the opposite way around as I've seen with some other headsets. And the microphone seems to be pretty good so far I've seen. I'm gonna do some recordings afterwards to compare from a desk microphone, like I'm using a Yeti, sort of professional grade, and I can compare to what it sounds like when we record from here. And regarding the mechanical noise isolation, it is pretty good because the pads they seal around your ears, and it's quite soft, so it actually can work around the curves of your face on the side of your ears, and it works pretty well. And the ANC is really good. It reduces the peak frequencies, so not necessarily the low frequency range, but the headphone itself has very good mechanical sound reduction. It's very solid. You notice straight away when you put it on without any active noise cancellation in place. It gives you already a lot of isolation. Once you switch on ANC, it takes the peak of the high frequencies out. And I've noticed when listening to music, when you switch ANC on, it doesn't really lower the quality of the music like some other headsets do. So I'm pretty happy with it. And it's lightweight as well and quite flexible. Quite soft cushion. One thing you need to be aware is because they seal very well around your ear, they don't let your ear sort of like breathe. So if you're in a hot environment, it's gonna make you sweat after a few hours. Yeah. Another thing to bear in mind with these headphones is the latency. It's over Bluetooth. I think they use some sort of like apx or some sort of other codec, because the latency is around 80 to 100 milliseconds from what I've measured. Standard Bluetooth is normally 200 milliseconds. So I believe they're using a different codec. Still not perfect, still not like 50 milliseconds or close to 0 millisecond when you have a normal wired headset or like normal to the 4 gigahertz wireless. It is good, but you won't be playing games with this. It has a bit of latency, but it's not as bad as I was expecting, but also not perfect as it can be. And when I was doing a bit of recording using the microphone, I thought that it was going to lower the audio quality of the music as well. It didn't do it. I heard some reports about people saying as soon as you use the microphone, the audio quality, the playback goes down because it uses a different Bluetooth profile. So far, it hasn't happened to me. I think it's okay. And now let me compare it to a couple of other headphones I have. This is a Logitech G533. It's very bulky. This doesn't have any latency. It uses its own 2.4 gigahertz adapter, and the microphone is horrible. Everyone says, oh, when you talk on it, the quality, it's not really great. It picks up a lot of noise as well, but for playing computer games or any sort of thing that requires very low latency audio, that is really good. But it doesn't really isolate the noise around, and you can see how bulky it is. And I have another models here to compare as well. I have a Bluetooth T1, and I'll show you here. Just the problem with this one is that even though it seals your ear okay, it sits on top of your ears, so after a while it starts to hurt. Meanwhile, the Jabra actually is all like around the ears, which for long term, like, well, let me show you this here compared to this here. So you can see that one wraps around your ear, the other one is on over your ear. Not really good. And then an Avantry model that is normally for television. This one is actually okay for a budget model. You know, it's slimmer profile, but it doesn't provide like 10-15% of the mechanical noise reduction that the Jabra does. In this respect, comparing to all of those, the Jabra, it's like light years away in mechanical cancellation of noise. It's actually pretty good. Now let me do a couple of recordings with the microphone from Jabra. Okay, I'm using the built-in microphone. The volume is on maximum, and I have my daughter walking around here. I have TV on, not loud by any means, but you should be able to hear some noise in the background from time to time. And but yeah, this is the quality of it, and as you can see, it's not bad. It's not excellent, I would say. It's not like a professional grade microphone by any means. And but I think it does a fair good job. My daughter now is crying in the background. She's like 2-3 meters away from me, and I don't see it picking up as much noise as I thought it would. It's actually pretty good. It takes a bit of like I think the quality of my voice to sacrifice in the pro of cutting the background noise. But you know, for the purpose of this is to allow you to work, listen to your music, isolate yourself, meanwhile have people making noise around, so it doesn't distract you during your daily work, daily routine. But yeah, I think in this aspect, it works really well. You may have heard a bit a while ago, my daughter crying a bit in the background, and it was very loud, but even though it was quite loud and very close, the microphone didn't pick up much of that, just a small amount, considering if I would do the same using a regular microphone. I'm now using a Yeti microphone with an NVIDIA noise cancelling on top, the NVIDIA RTX Voice, so that's the reason we don't hear any sort of background noise. So another idea will be to enable the RTX Voice for the microphone in this Jabra headphone. That will be a good combination. Of course, it depends if your computer has an NVIDIA RTX graphics card or not. Laptops should be able to do that as well. I have a laptop, I use RTX just fine. But anyway, regarding the different versions, you can get the Jabra 285 in UC, there's Unified Communications, or the Microsoft Teams version. Microsoft Teams version only has like this button here as a Microsoft Teams function, which now is just a hang up and answer call. But on the Microsoft Teams version, it can do some other functions. I'm not really that bothered because the price difference is quite large. I paid this UC version with USB-C £290. If I wanted the Microsoft Teams version, it will cost I think £370 or something like that. I don't see the point of paying more just to have a cosmetic function on top. So my overall opinion is, if you need a headphone to isolate yourself from your surroundings as much as possible with very good physical noise barrier plus active noise cancellation, and also what seems to be a fairly good microphone, I think this Jabra Evolve 285 is a good option. It's not the cheapest by any means. £289 is a fair amount of money, but I think if you consider that it will make it work a lot better, it will make you a lot more effective because you won't be distracted by so much noise around you, it's good. And the Bluetooth audio delay is not that bad. It's on par with other high-end brands like Sony and Bose, but it's still not the best. It's still like in between 80 to 100 milliseconds. But that's it. Well, I think it's a good purchase. Thanks.